We spent the last several lessons going through and creating this big project, but you might not have that much time to devote to a video project, or you might not be that picky about your edits. So Premiere Elements has just the feature for you. It's called Instant Movie. Go ahead and just click the Instant Movie button, which brings up this dialog and allows us to choose a theme. Now, what this is it's going to take one of these themes that you choose, and it has a bunch of graphics and music and transitions and effects and everything else. And it's going to just randomly apply everything to your footage. And when it puts it all together, you're going to have a really well organized, polished video presentation. Again, you're not going to be able to have specific choices over the edits in Instant Movie. It's not going to know how to edit your footage for you. But if you do have an edit in your timeline, you can have it choose to use that if you want to. I just have a bunch of random clips here, and I haven't edited anything together in any kind of way. I just kind of dumped them all in the timeline and edited out some of the junk. We have all these themes here. If you want to preview a theme like the Scary Halloween, you just click the play button to preview it. But what we're going to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom. And by the way, notice all the categories here. We have style, pets, memories, vacations, all kinds of fun stuff to choose from. I'm going to scroll all the way down here, and I'm going to click on the yearbook theme, and I'm going to click the next button. Now, before it goes off and makes an instant movie for you, it gives you a lot of choices, and this is where the power of instant movie comes in. For example, the opening title is called Yearbook. I want to customize all this stuff so it's my own video. I'm just going to call this Back to School, and I can maybe make a sad face because it's back to school. And then we could also have a closing title. Thank you for everyone that participated. Copyright 2012 by Chad Perkins. And you can put actors' names, whatever. So you can put all the credits that you want here. And let's look at these choices here, because again, this is where the power of Instant Movie comes in. Now, we want Instant Movie in this case to auto edit, but maybe we just want to use auto edit's themes and music and some of those other features, and we want to use our own edit. Well, we could make our own edit, and then we would deselect auto edit. But in this case, I actually want it to edit my footage for me, so I'm going to choose auto edit, and I'm also going to choose auto analyzer because it will look at your clips. If there's any problems with the clips, maybe with color or something, then it's going to fix those automatically. I could also choose to apply this to selected clips or to the entire movie, all the clips in my timeline, and that's actually what I want, so I'm going to leave this on entire movie. Now we have all these different categories here. For music, we could use the theme music, the music that Instant Movie is going to create for us. You could also choose My Music and browse somewhere to bring in another audio clip to use, or we could have no music. If we do have music, we could balance the audio from the clips versus the audio and the sound effects. I don't have any really good audio in my clips, so I actually want to lean this heavily towards music and sound effects. We could also choose Smart Mix, and what that will do is it will intelligently look at the audio in our clips versus the audio in the music and sound effects that it brings in, and it will balance the two. So if we have a clip that's maybe 20 seconds long and somebody only talks in the first few seconds, it will turn down the music and sound effects for the first few seconds, and then once the dialogue has stopped in our clips, it will bring back up the music and sound effects and increasing that in volume. I don't think we need to worry about that here though, so I'm going to turn off Smart Mix and just lean that a little bit more heavily towards music and sound effects. Close up music. We could open up the speed and intensity. We could choose the less effects. We could drag this more towards less effects. We could add more effects. And you'll get a better feel for this once you actually work with Instant Movie once or twice. You can see what it's doing. And it does add a lot of effects and a lot of little highlights and little things here and there. And you might decide it's just a little bit too much and it's a little over the top, so you want to take down less effects. Or you might decide that's what makes it really exciting and you like to see more of it, so you can drag that towards more effects. You can also have the cuts be a little bit slower and take your time, or you can make it a little bit more intense and speed it up with faster cuts. I'm going to leave both of these about in the center, close that back up again. Now, duration, this is important because right now our clips work out to be about 1.5 minutes, a little longer than that. And so we can have it match the music, we can specify duration, or we can use all clips. Now, I want my presentation to be maybe even a little shorter than my clips because I want to edit the clips. So I'm actually going to change the specified duration, and I can just click and drag left on these numbers. So we'll just make this 1 minute even. Drag this all the way down to 1 minute, 0 seconds. And again, we could also have it match the music of the instant movie it brings in. And what that's going to do is, again, match all the clips so that it equals the length of the music duration. And that's going to have a really professional look to it because the clips are going to end right when the music ends, which looks really cool. But if you have not edited your clips yet, it's a good idea to make sure that the duration of your project with Instant Movie is shorter than your overall clips because you're going to want those to be edited. So I'm going to close up duration, open up sequence. We could also play our clips in the time and date of the clips or in the order of the theme, which I want there. And then for theme content, it has all these different things that it adds. The theme will bring an intro movie and a closing movie. The theme will bring transitions, effects, sound effects. And we have this replace existing effects set by default. But let's say we did some color correction on this, which now that I'm looking at this could have used probably, is we have some clips that have a little bit of a blue cast to them. And maybe we applied effects on a preliminary basis to get rid of that. We wouldn't want to replace those effects. In this case, since we haven't done anything, I'll just leave this on replace existing effects. And it also adds titles and menus, and we'll leave those as well. Now, with all the stuff that Instant Movie adds, you'll need to render a preview in order to play this back smoothly. I'll leave this set to no for now, but we'll come back to that after it's done doing its thing, and then we'll render it and preview it back. So now let's go ahead and click the Apply button to apply Instant Movie to our clips. It reminds us that the user applied effects will be replaced. We can click Yes, and it will apply the Instant Movie. Now, once it's done, then it will ask us, do you want to render for smoother playback? And I think that's a good idea in this case, so I'm going to choose Yes. So now that our preview is done rendering, let's go ahead and go back to the beginning of the timeline and press the spacebar to preview the yearbook Instant Movie theme with our footage. There we have it, our Instant Movie, and we could scrub through this and see what else has been done to our clips here. Pretty good. There's our ending credits, and everything looks pretty good here. So we have a pretty cool project, a pretty cool result with a little bit of time and effort, and really most of the work done by Premiere Elements. Now, if we want to, we could right-click on this clip, choose Break Apart Instant Movie, and we could see all the things that Instant Movie did to our clips. And if we want to go in and change something, change an edit here and there, change the transition, whatever we want to do, we can do that because we have access to that here now. Instant Movie is really a great way if you don't want to spend a lot of time on your project and you want something that looks polished and professionally produced, and you're not really specific about edits. You could just throw all these clips in there and create a great Instant Movie with this feature.